Hi guys, so I'm here today to do a Lush haul. If you're not familiar, Lush is a cosmetic toiletries brand which kind of prides itself on sort of its ingredients and its animal welfare and all of these kind of things. It also smells amazing, so I have a few things I've picked up from Lush for a few different reasons and I'm going to share them with you and talk about them. So first up I have some soaps. Now one of the things I'm trying to do is to seriously cut back on disposable plastic in my life. Although a lot of it can be recycled, you might have seen on the news recently that there's a bit of an issue there, as in the UK we used to send a lot of our plastic to be recycled in China, who are no longer accepting this plastic, so we're going to be kind of flooded with so much plastic that we're going to have to deal with, and in that in general it's just not great for the environment. So I'm actively trying to, in simple ways, cut back on plastic, and one of those things is to stop using shower gel and start using soap. Obviously soap that's also not packaged in plastic. So I picked up a couple from Lush because they smell amazing. This is the Hippie Soap, I think. I ordered some of this online, so it doesn't have paper bags. This is the Lush Hippie Cold Pressed Soap, and it's got a little lion on it, and I really like their Hippie Shower Gel, which has a gorgeous citrusy scent, so I thought I'll try the Hippie Soap. And I like the smell. It's that citrusy smell, but I feel like there's another smell there that's not in the shower gel and I can't quite place it. It might be the patchouli oil. I'm not like great with scents, but there is patchouli oil in it, and that might be what I'm smelling. I don't recognise at least being as strong in the shower gel, but still it smells gorgeous. I'm just a big one for citrus scents, and yeah, I'm excited to use this one. It's soap, isn't it? It cleans you, that's what it does. In saying it, this next soap has a few more properties than my simple Hippie soap, and this one again smells like citrus. Love this one in particular. This smells amazing, and I'm sure it's super annoying watching me just sit here closing my eyes and sniffing soap on camera, so I'll try to calm down on that. This is the Sexy Peel Soap, and that is because it has an exfoliating component to it. In a similar bid to cut down on shower gel, I wanted to cut down on the plastic tubes of exfoliator I like to use sometimes in the shower, so I thought again exfoliating soap. And then I saw this one online and particularly decided to pick it up because it is good for oily skin. It says online, said to be fresh orange and lemon juices are said to be particularly good on oily or congested skin, as they are naturally cleansing and full of fruit enzymes that are an astringent and brightening. And I have acne that applies also to my back, so I thought just this might be quite a good soap to use on the areas where I'm quite oily in that sense. So I might yet pick up a different exfoliating soap for, say, my legs, because they're not oily, but it smells delicious and I can't wait to use it because oh my god, it's going to be such a pleasant smelling shower. I then have a product I have used before, and it's this doodaddy. It's a hot oil hair treatment. This is the damaged one, so it's particularly good if you've got like hair that's gone through a lot of processing or bleach like mine has, or has suffered some other sort of damage, heat damage. And this is my third one of these. So Sana, for my birthday, actually got me a hot oil treatment from Lush, which I'd never heard of before. But essentially, it's on a stick. You pour into a cup some boiling water and then stir this in the cup until it melts. And it melts down to this sort of melted wax consistency, almost like melted candle wax. It's slightly thick and gloopy. And you put it on dry hair in the way that you would sort of put a face mask on a dry face. And you then wash it off with shampoo after 20 minutes or so, and then some conditioner, and it's just lovely. Your hair just feels lovely, lovely, lovely after using it, and I just think it's a nice process in the same way that I quite like a face mask. You can just put it in your hair while it's dry, you don't have to get wet first, you can sit about in your clothes, relax, take care of yourself, paint your nails, I don't know, and then go and wash it out. And they smell really nice melted down. They're not as pungent when they're solid, but they smell nice in your hair, and it's just a nice wee treat, and I like the way my hair feels after using them. So I'm really pleased Sana introduced me to these, and I'm glad to have another one. We then have a solid shampoo. I also bought this tin, so I got a tin because I figured tins aren't as bad as plastic and it's reusable, and the solid shampoo in Jason and the Argan Oil. Ha! Let's be honest, that's the reason I bought it. Now I wanted a solid shampoo because again, less plastic bottles, and I do intend on trying some of their solid conditioners at some point, but from the website, the solid conditioners they had didn't pride themselves on their moisturising qualities. That didn't seem to be their main, that didn't seem to be any of their main properties, and I like to use a very moisturising conditioner because, again, I have quite naturally dry hair and thick hair, and obviously there's lots of bleach in it as well. So if you're familiar with a good solid conditioner for this kind of hair, then do recommend it to me. But this is Argan Oil Shampoo Bar, and again, argan oil is lovely if you've got kind of drier hair. It's so moisturising and it really takes care of your hair. I love argan oil shampoos in general. And the name, Jason and the Argan Oil. Like Jason and the Argonauts. I had to buy it. I had to. And if the fates are with me, it might be the best shampoo I've ever used. Now, I've actually tried Lush's solid shampoos in the past. Not this one. I tried their one for oily scalps at one point because I sometimes get an oily scalp, and I was having a real issue with the oily scalp and the dandruff, and I used one of their solid shampoos then, and it really dried out my scalp, but it helped. It wasn't a like long-term thing I would have wanted to use because it was very drying, but it was good at the time. It's really just like a soap bar. You rub it in your hands, you get like a lather, and then you rub it into your hair. And I'm excited to try one of the other ones in that range. The next product though is another one of my Lush favourites, and that is their lip scrub in Mint Juleps. I only like 2 of the scents of Lush's lip scrubs, and one of them is the Santa Claus one that smells like Coca-Cola and is a Christmas limited edition special, but they unfortunately were sold out in both the Lush stores I went into and online of that one. So I went for Mint Juleps, which is my second favourite and the only other one that I can stand the smell of. Unfortunately, all of the other ones I do not like the smell of. I know people love the popcorn and the bubblegum ones, but not for me, unfortunately. This smells like an after 8 mint. It smells like minty chocolate, and it does make you kind of hungry, but it also does a great job. It's made mainly of sugar and jojoba oil, and it just is used to scrub off any sort of dead, rough skin or flaking that you're having on your lips, which is particularly good in the winter when lots of your body likes to dry out in the cold weather, and I find I get a lot more chapped lips. I feel like my lips feel really restored after I've used it, and full of life, and also moisturised because of the oils. So I really enjoy this lip scrub, and I'm just in need of a new pot, so good to have. And then lastly is a product I actually got for free because I went to the Lush book club in London. So Lush run a free book club on a monthly basis, I believe, and it's a free event. Anybody can attend, but it is ticketed, so you have to keep an eye on their Lush Twitter to just keep an eye on when the tickets are released and sent out. And it's obviously a book club. They get the author in and they talk about the book, and there's also some freebies, and I got this for free. There was also some bath bombs, but I don't have a bath. So I didn't take any of those at the risk of stealing them from somebody who could use them, and I took this, which is one of their solid moisturising bars, which is brilliant because, like I said, I'm trying to cut down on plastic. Unfortunately, because I picked it up at this event, I don't know what it is and I couldn't find it online, but I'll have another look and link it if I can. But it's just a solid moisturiser, so you rub it and the sort of heat melts it a little bit and you get like a body moisturiser from it. Now I think in concept this is great, and I have been using it a little bit. It's quite good for like your elbows because you can really rub it in there, but in general I'm finding it a little bit tricky to use. I don't think, at least this one, is that moisturising. So like on my legs and my arms and things, I like to use like a nice thick moisturiser. I usually use cocoa butter, and I don't think this is as moisturising as I want from a body moisturiser. I just can't get the right amount of moisture from it. I don't know if that's just because it's quite hard to dissolve. My skin's often quite cold, and I don't want to only use it when I'm warm out the shower. So I've not quite wrapped my head around this, whether I love it or not. I'd love to know if you guys have used any other solid moisturisers, either from Lush or somewhere else, that are particularly moisturising and you could recommend to me, so that again I can kind of cut down on the plastic that comes with using moisturisers. Because I just think with these kind of things it's so easy just to trade these out for these kind of products. So I'm going to keep using this, and I'm sure I'll get through it eventually, but I'm not in love with it at the moment. unfortunately. Maybe one for people who prefer a lighter moisturiser. But those are all the products I've picked up from Lush recently. I hope you enjoyed this if you're a Lush fan. If you have any favourite Lush products, particularly ones you think I would like based on what I've talked about, my skin and my hair, I would love, love, love to hear them. I'm always up for trying more things from Lush. As I said though, would love to hear from you in the comments, and until next time guys, happy reading, bye!